Grace and peace, everybody. Grace and peace to you. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, so you know what we're about to do. Thank you so much for tuning in on this evening. We're going to look at Lady Fonnie again. We're going to look at Fonnie. Fonnie. We're going to look at her and we're going to figure out what in the world is she doing? What is she doing? But before we get too far afield, I want to thank you all so much. You all have been troopers on this journey with me, and I want to thank each and every one of you for that. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. So with no further ado, I think you know what we need to do.
Welcome back to Season 2 of As the Peach Rods. In this gripping second season, we delve deeper into the heart of Georgia, in a state where the odor of mendacity lingers in the air. Our intrepid team of chatroom investigators is on a mission to peel back the layers of deceit and uncover the truth. From backroom deals to embezzlement scandals, no stone is left unturned in our pursuit of justice. But as tensions rise and alliances shift, who can be trusted in the Peach State? Join us for a season ripe with drama, where even the fruit isn't safe from corruption, because sometimes the juiciest scandals are right under your nose.
Woo, I love that thing. Great job. We Watch YouTube is the channel that actually did that for us. So thank you so much for that. Again, shout out to We Watch YouTube for that. Real quick, in the chat, I need you all to be, this is going to be a participation activity right here. So let's go back in time. You were a wee little lad or wee little lass, and your mom, your dad, grandparent, aunt or uncle, trusted loved one took you to the store, You went with them. Maybe they let you run free, go to the toy department or go read a magazine, go to the books, whatever like that, and stay out of trouble. Not a problem. So far, so good. Everything's going right. Everything's well, but then somehow or another, you did something and got in trouble. You got in trouble. You did something. You asked too much for something. Maybe you threw a tantrum in the cereal aisle, whatever of that nature. Whatever of that nature. However, you didn't get disciplined. You didn't get in trouble. You didn't get any of that corporal punishment on the spot. Okay. You weren't with my dad, because my dad, wherever you did it is where you got it. So my dad, trust me, that wasn't it. But my mom she would always say a phrase. And the phrase was, wait until you get home. Okay. And down in the chat, let me know what if you had that same situation, you got in trouble in the store, you got in trouble out in public or whatever like that. Your mom or dad or trusted loved one didn't want to discipline you out in front of other folk. What did they say to you? Like I said, my mom and dad, well, my mom would say, wait till I get home. My dad would say, wake up, son. So what did your parents say, or what did your loved ones say when you got in trouble out in public? And I'll just chat right mine in here as well. All right, so that's what my mom would say. Shara said, I would never even pull that. I would have been beat to death when I got in the car. So yours was a car. Yep. Okay. Okay. Child. Okay. We're going to get to Fanny. Don't you worry about that. We're going to get there. But what would happen if you ever got in trouble out in public? What would happen? Dad would punish me instantly. Mom, wait till your dad gets home. Ooh, okay. There's a good one too. My mom wouldn't wait that long. So I would usually get it by the time I got home. I've earned it. You better be glad these people are around. Ooh, I know what that one means. I know what that means. I know it. Mom, wait till you get home. Dad was more instantaneous. Yes. Grace and peace, God's fancy girl. Good to see you, sister. Wait until your father gets home. Ooh, shivers down my spine. Okay, let me add one more complexity to it. What if your mom said, or the parent, the loved one that did not discipline you out in public, what if they told you to, and let's say you broke down and started crying, or you started pleading your case, and they said, don't say another word. I know that phrase right there means something. So this is the parent that was reserved. This is the wait till your father gets home parent. This is the wait till we get home parent. But if you kept pleading your case, if you kept talking, what would happen then? What would happen then after they say, don't say another word? What would happen? DEE says, oh, woke, I know not of delayed reprimand. Mine was instant. Mom said, I will take my shoe off right here. Come on. Shout out to the right here instantaneous parents. Come on. I would get the death stare. All right. Okay. Mama, wherever. My dad left it to my mom. Really? Okay. We just knew not to act up in public. I got you. Absolutely. You got it worse. There you go. If you kept talking, you would get it worse. Come on now. Come on. Yes, I would have been. Well, Tina, I'm glad that didn't happen because I'm glad that I met you. It sounds pretty good. All right. Now, believe it or not, you all might not believe this. I know this is going to be hard for you to believe. But dear woke Christian, as a wee little lad, I like to talk. And if I got in trouble, if I knew I was in trouble, I'm pleading my case. But, mom, but. And my mom was handicapped. So my mom walked with crutches. And so if you ever had a parent that walked with crutches or cane, you knew that they had instantaneous discipline at their hands. And shout out to my mom. So many a time I got little dings in my shin to this day. Many a time I would keep on pleading, keep on talking. My mom would say, don't say another word. I would keep on talking. And next thing you know, I'm no longer walking because I'm laying on the ground. So the reason I tell you that story is when my mom or when our parents told us to stop talking, we knew that at that point, any further talking, any further pleading, any further crying or sniveling was only going to result in something really, really bad. And I think we can all, it seems like we all kind of agree to that. It looks like the general consensus of the chat is that, you know what? I should probably stop talking. I wish I kind of knew that when I was a wee little lad. I had to learn through tribulation. Some of us learned through revelation. Dear woke Christian, as a lad, learned through tribulation. Shout out to my mom and dad for the tribulation. And if my brother pops in, he can amen it as well. I really believe that I think Fannie was a child like me. And what I mean by that is she just didn't know when to stop talking. Just don't know when to stop. When do I stop talking? I don't know, but I'm not going to stop. Fonnie just did not know and does not know when to stop talking. Now, before I explain exactly what I mean by that, we're going to bring Mr. Sadow in. He had something to say yesterday, and I think it's really appropriate for what we're going to be talking about today. All right. Steve Sadow, if you're familiar with him, we affectionately call him Boots here. He says, does political ambition and opportunism and pretentiousness equal courage? No. Well, a good question is, well, where did that come from? Why is he asking a question like that? And why are you bringing him up in here in the midst of this conversation, Jason? I think that's a great question that you might ask. In light of Lady Fonnie Willis, I got one more I want you to look at. Mr. Sadow says the following. Apparently, Judge McAfee's warning to Willis in his disqualification order about talking about the case in a public forum is simply being ignored. Does this surprise anyone? All right, Jason, you gave us a story about talking too much and getting disciplined out in public. You're giving us the tweets from from Boots, Steve Sadow, Trump's attorney. What in the world are you talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. Yesterday, and this past weekend, Fonnie Willis was at a Easter egg hunt. And you know what? I want to give her credit. She went to, I think I found 3 different news outlets. And I think as the day went on, she got a lot more reserved in her speech. It went the other way. I'm sorry. As the day went on, she got a lot more loose with her speech. So I'm going to bring these clips in. I want you to see this. And just think about what Scott McAfee said in that decision. about being quiet and potentially even issuing a gag order on Fonnie. And there's a couple things we're going to talk about this. And tomorrow, I'm just going to tell you right now, tomorrow we'll also look at this article in this video, because I'm going to talk about the immorality, the immoral woman that Fonnie is. And don't worry about it. On Wednesday, I'm going to talk about the immoral fool that Nathan Wade was. Because a lot of people were saying, hey, Christians support Fonnie Willis. No, I don't. I don't support her at all. I don't support Nathan Wade either. So I'm going to explain to you why I, as a black man, as a Christian, don't support either of them. They're both fools. And I'll explain why. And that's going to be tomorrow and Wednesday. But today, I just want to talk about how loose Fonnie is with her speech. And even though she was told not to speak about this case, and I'm going to go on a limb here, I still believe this case is never going to see the light of day, ever. I know a lot of people disagree. I got people in the chat that disagree. That's perfectly fine. I have reason to believe that this case will never see the light of day, ever. Okay. But real quick, I know I had a poll in here as well. And I asked the question, do you think DA Fonnie Willis will accept defeat, will accept a defeat from an impartial, will accept defeat. It should have been from a fair and impartial trial of Trump. And 89% of you said absolutely, positively, no. And I agree. I don't think she'll accept her L and just walk away with it. It is what it is. I want you to hear this, and you may have seen this. Now, I've seen snippets of this interview that she did. I hate that they did that. I hate that they gave you snippets of it. I really wish that they had just taken the time to post the entire full article. And I did find the full article and the full interview, and we want to look at it. So with no further ado, let's go.
The lead prosecutor on the election interference case now that Nathan Wade is gone.
So I'm sorry that you came to ask that. Today we are here to celebrate the community. I'm here with Jason Cade of We All Value Excellence. This is an event.
I want to start out right here. Fonnie Willis did exactly what somebody in her situation should do. And I want to back it up so you can hear the question. The question is, who's going to be the next special prosecutor? And Fonnie Willis gave her answer or her response. And I think it was a good response, this one. The problem is she doesn't stick with this. And y'all have seen several of her comments already. But let's bring this back and let's go.
Will be the lead prosecutor on the election interference case now that Nathan Wade is gone.
So I'm sorry that you came to ask that. Today we are here to celebrate the community. I'm here with Jason Cade of We All Value Excellence. This is an event we do and have been doing for the last 5 years to make sure that the children celebrate Easter, that they know the importance of the season, and that we are here as a district attorney's office to support them. I'm not here to discuss any particular case.
Okay. You know what? If she had stayed there, I would actually be saying that, you know what, I'm kind of proud of her. I think she handled this well. As a former school teacher here in the city of Atlanta, I can tell you the community coming together to support the school and support students is gigantic. It's huge. There's a lot of need there. And you know what? Kudos to this. The problem is she doesn't stay there. And you'll see in a moment, because this is a long clip. She doesn't stay there. She literally said it, and then she's going to actually renege. And I had to say, the journalist that's asking the questions was tenacious. She was not going to not get her answer from her. Fonnie Willis should have just shut it down. She could have shut it down with 2 words. If she just gave 2 words, she would have shut this down. What would have been those 2 words? I would love to hear what you all think. What would have been a 2-word answer that Fonnie could have given to a tenacious, pugnacious, dogmatic journalist that kept asking about the Trump case? What could she have said that would have put the kibosh on all of that? What could she have said? And put it in the chat. Go ahead and just put it in the chat. It's just 2 words. 2 words would have just shut it down. There it is right there. I knew it was coming. No comment. Just no comment. No comment. No comment would have fixed it. If she just said no comment, no comment. She could even said it in Spanish. She could have said it in Ecuadorian. She could have said it in Mandarin. She could have said no comment. No comment. Everybody's got the memo. No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment. That would have fixed this problem significantly. If she just said, no problem. Nope. Nope. No problem. No comment. No comment. She don't have to be coy. She doesn't have to be, funny or anything like that. She could have said, no comment. Everybody knows that there's a potential gag order. I mean, literally, Judge McAfee told the defense team that if y'all want to, you can file a gag order. He basically said that. So she could have easily just said, no comment. I can't talk about that. And I think it was good that she was talking about the community project. That was great. I look, again, hats off to that. I want to be respectful and acknowledge that the kids in that community probably needed that. And Lulu Fun, come on, that's cute. Okay, you know what? That would have worked too. That's cute. But I really think this would have been probably a better approach. But I like that's cute. That's cute. That would have worked. But again, long story short, what she said, and this is something else I've noticed. I've been watching. I told y'all. There we go. No. Okay. There we go. Now we're going international. So the international people know. All right. I have been watching a little bit of the YSL case. And I noticed that her attorneys that work in the Fulton County District Attorney's office are very similar to Fonnie. They don't know how to stop talking. They don't know how to stop talking. Even though Judge McAfee said, don't say another word. Even though the judge in the YSL case said, that's enough, stop. They don't know how to stop talking. And they might have even been in the right. That's the part. I watched one of her people literally talk herself out of a victory, a W, in a particular objection to a judge. She literally talked herself out of it because she made the judge mad because she just kept talking. But okay, let's go. Because I don't want to be like that. Don't say nothing else.
Nothing.
Yeah, we're here to celebrate the community today, so something real big.
Okay, this is real big. I would agree. Anything for the kids is really big. Gotta ask you though, when do you intend to bring the election interference case to trial?
Again, we are here today to celebrate the children. We will continue to move forward with that case as we move forward with it.
See, there she goes. She could have just said no comment. Notice she says we're gonna continue. She's already starting to break what she just said the first time. I'm not gonna talk about the case. And now she's breaking character already. Literally next second.
Every case, and so we intend to do it just as quickly as legally possible.
The defense team has made clear their intentions to appeal Judge McAfee's ruling that allowed you to remain on the case. How will you respond to their appeal?
Legally in a courtroom.
Anything you want to add here about any?
So she went from literally in the same breath. She went from I'm not going to talk about it to I'm sort of kind of talking about it to now she's just outright talking legally in a courtroom. And again, she's going to mess up a lot more. Trust me. Is this now her loose? I guess the gray goose is kicking in. I don't know. Gray goose makes the lips loose. I don't know. Let's go.
Today we are here to celebrate children. I think that it gets lost that I have over 20,000 cases. We have a 95% conviction rate. And since day one and
okay, 95% conviction rate. I know this sounds weird. But by her stressing her success rate in convictions, because mind you, a prosecutor is supposed to be shooting for justice. That's why I asked the question, do you think she would accept the L if Trump got a fair and impartial hearing? And most of you, almost 90% of you said no, she wouldn't accept it. You know why? Because she has a 95% success rate. She's literally tainting the jury pool by telling them how successful she is. If you rewind time, you'll go back to that church speech. She talks about it there. If you go to the International Women's Day luncheon, the video I dropped on Saturday, she talks about it there. She talks about how successful she is as a prosecutor. Who wants to be the one to give her the W though? I, as a juror, I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one that messes up this great thing that she's got going on. And, I don't know if I like Trump either. You know what? I want to make sure that she keeps getting that 95%. because 95% means that you're doing really good. She's tainting the jury pool even now. If she's not on gag order by the end of the week, I would be surprised. Let's finish this.
Before I became the district attorney, we've been in the community making sure that children are served. I think that the media needs to focus on all of the great work that the Fulton County District Attorney's Office is doing, like today with We All Value Excellence, where we're making sure that children get to celebrate the holiday season. Make sure you don't cut that from your tape.
I definitely won't, but I got one more question. Not about this big trial, but we had 2 officer-involved shootings today, and I know that they will probably land in your office. Anything to say? Were you aware that there were 2 today?
I'm usually apprised of when there's an officer-involved shooting. I have not seen that yet this morning, but I'm sure my staff was there to report because that is the protocol of our office. What I have to say is that since I've become the district attorney, I do believe due to our aggressive work and the things that we've done, officer-involved shootings have decreased by almost 30%. Things do happen where officers have to use their weapon, but we will look at that case fairly and we'll evaluate it and we'll keep moving forward on those cases as all others.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the first part of it. Now watch what she says now.
We make sure that you'll see the table set up from my office. It's really all of the programs that the district attorney's office offers. So for the junior DA program, we do that during the summer, and that really targets middle schoolers. And so this is a good place for parents.
Oh, I apologize. Let me back that up. This is a segment where she's just talking about what her office does to help the community. It was actually pretty good. I do want to give her credit. I think that as a former school teacher in Atlanta Public Schools, I can tell you the value of people in the community supporting the schools. So I want to give her credit because I want to say that, this thing that she's doing, it is actually good. I want to say kudos to that. There's a lot of schools, some of the stuff that happens to schools really is demoralizing to kids. And you know what? This kind of stuff where somebody that's prominent is supporting the kids, I want to give credit. I want to make it be said that I'm trying to be fair in this. So I want to make sure I give it. So that's why I left this in.
Find out information about that, but also REACH, which is a program we do all year long in the school system, is out here, and so it's a good chance for parents to learn about that opportunity for kids. But then we also have some harder subjects too. We have information about record restriction, domestic violence, because we know that so many families suffer from that. And so one of the reasons I enjoy doing this as a district attorney is my office donated over 20,000 pieces of candy. We're here to support the children while they just have fun, but it's also a really good way to get important information to the community about programs they can get at the DA's office.
All right, here's the second part.
So today
here's the second part. And real quick, it looks like we got quite a few people in the chat. So please, real quick, tell me where you're from, if you don't mind. I live in Atlanta. Can you please just tell me where you're from? And also hit that like button. I got 58 likes. I would love to hit 75 real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and chat real quick where I'm from. Tell me where you're from and then hit that like button if you don't mind. I love it. Where are you from? So there's a lot of family reunion going on in the chat. I see y'all. I see y'all right there. There we go. Louisiana. I see you, Denver. Dublin, Ireland. We done went international up in this piece. Good to see you, Brother Eric. Always good to see you, man. I'm glad prayerfully you're feeling well and feeling better. Denver in the house. Dallas area. I see you. Long Beach. Strong Beach, California. Joshua, Texas. In the building. All right. I see you over there in Cali. South Carolina's in the house. Man, there's a lot of folk from California. Hey, yo, we can't have a California takeover up in here. There we go. We need to get some East Coast Avengers back over here. There we go. There we go. 25 miles east of Atlanta. So basically, that's Atlanta. Upstate NYC in the building. There we go. Anderson, South Carolina. So we got the East Coast representing. Where's my middle of the country? Where are we? Oh, yeah, I know where you're from. I said Ireland, right? I did say it right. Las Vegas. There we go. Yo, let me tell you, I was so blown away when I met a cousin of mine who actually lives in Las Vegas. And fun story, I didn't realize that people lived in Vegas. I know that's crazy. I know that's bananas. I did not realize. All I think about is like the Vegas Strip. And I'm like, wait, y'all got schools in Vegas? Like, wait, there's humans besides on the Strip? It was the craziest thing. So I'm glad I met him, though. All right. Sybil said, Fannie's her big sister. All right. There we go. Watching from Virginia in the building. I see you, Maryland. I see you. There is in Atlanta, Texas. You're right. Okay. You know what? We'll accept you. You're just like far, western suburb Atlanta. We'll accept you. What's going on, Gene? All right, let's finish this up. Now, I think Fonnie was actually really responsible in the first part. She got a little bit wonky talking about the case and so on and so forth. But wait now, this is the clip that most of you all have seen, but it's the longer extended version. Downtown Atlanta, come on, there we go. But this is the longer extended version, and she says some stuff that is pretty wild. Let's go.
Doing a Easter egg hunt, and it's a lot of fun for our children. We do it every year in the community. I've been doing it since actually before I was the elected district attorney. We do it with a nonprofit organization called WAVE, which is We All Value Excellence, that is mainly made up of police officers and law enforcement officers.
And are there other events like this held throughout the year?
Absolutely. We do a book bag hunt. Most of the focus of WAVE is to give back to either children or the homeless. And it actually started giving back to the homeless. And then we found out there was such a population of homeless children. And so it kind of grew as a natural arm. And so we do things at Thanksgiving, things at Christmas, things just during the year.
Do you feel like there's any difference at all this year than past years, just with recent attention that you've gotten? Do you feel different being out and about right now?
I feel more loved.
All right, before she gets too far afield, I think this journalist is so funny because she's like, look, I know I got to get these questions out. My boss, my editor sent me with these questions and I got to get these questions answered. So she rephrased them in a way that I think was very slick. I ain't gonna even lie. I think, hats off to her because she got Fannie real light. And Fannie gets to talking, my goodness, in the morning. Here we go.
Actually, I've gotten a lot of support from women that surprised me. I wasn't thinking that I was going to be the face of women, but women of every nationality, African-American women, Caucasian women, have been really embracing. Sometimes I think they tell me they're praying for me, but just really, really embracing, very proud of me. So it's very interesting.
Yo, real quick, because I got a lot of women in the chat. That's great. There's a lot of women in the chat as well. Can you all please do me a favor real quick? Fonnie said that lots of women are proud of her. Can y'all real quick, since I know you all are probably really proud of Fonnie as well, can you please just, give me a one-word answer? Pick an emoji that depicts how proud you are of Fonnie. I mean, I think that would be great, like to demonstrate and to show how proud you are of her and all that she's done and how she's represented women so well. Drop your one-word response in there. Or, if you got an emoji that would properly depict your appreciation for Lady Willis and how great she is for demonstrating and supporting women. And she's the face of women, she said. She literally said she's the face of women. That was amazing. So, yeah, drop that emoji in there. That'd be great. I'm going to drop mine as well. There, that's mine. Wait, hold on. Wait, none of y'all are excited and proud of her? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, I don't know what she's talking about. Let's let her keep going. Let's go.
At all this year than past years, just with recent attention that you've gotten? Do you feel different being out and about right now?
I feel more loved. Actually, I've gotten a lot of support from women that surprised me. I wasn't thinking that I was going to be the face of women, but women of every nationality, African-American women, Caucasian women, have been really embracing. Sometimes I think they tell me they're praying for me, but just really, really embracing, very proud of me. So it's very interesting to see how proud of women are of what they see in me, and that's very humbling.
I would absolutely love to hear, what are they proud of? Okay. And you know what? Kenya makes a good point. Her sorority, they probably are proud of her. And that's, you know what? That's fine. I disagree with it 1,000%, but I'm like, what are y'all proud of? Like, how are you proud of her? I'm going to save it for tomorrow. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. All right, let's go.
I'm going to go like this. That one hair is loving your eyelash. Do you feel like right now this is also a good way to remind the community that you're out here, you're working for them, kind of reclaim your reputation in a way with Fulton County? Do you think something like this might help remind people who you are?
Okay, this is the part, y'all probably have seen this one, where she talks about her reputation doesn't need to be reclaimed. Oh my gosh. The amount of arrogance and hubris that is in this thing is completely jaw-dropping. The idea that she sees nothing wrong with what she did. Nothing. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do a biblical refutation of Fonnie Willis. It'll be a Bible study. So if you're somebody that's followed Dear Woke Christian for the legal commentary, tomorrow's going to be a Bible study because I wanted to show you just how gross this woman is. So this right here is actually making me a little bit mad. So I'm trying to talk my blood pressure down. So here we go.
I don't think my reputation needs to be reclaimed, so I guess we'll start there. This is what I would do. No matter what was going on, I'm not going to miss these events. We will be doing our book bag drive in July like we always do. We will do our coat drive in November. We will do our toy drive at the holidays. We're not going to miss or skip a beat because of all the noise or the distraction on one case. We're going to continue to do our work. I don't feel like my reputation needs to be reclaimed. Let's say it for the record. I'm not embarrassed by anything I've done.
Wow. She just literally said, I'm not embarrassed about anything I've done. Now, I got to give her credit, though. I got to give her credit. She acted a whole bona fide stir-fried fool. And she's not embarrassed by that. So I got to at least give her a little bit of respect. Like, wow, you really, you're embracing that. Okay, wow. She's leaning in on it for sure. But that doesn't change anything that she's wrong. It doesn't make anything right just because you're not ashamed of it. We live in a post-shame society. So I'm not surprised that you're not ashamed of it. I just wonder why your heart is so callous that you can't look at what you've done. And again, this has nothing to do with 45 at all. But the fact that you threatened a civilian with criminal prosecution because she wanted to know that whether or not you were sleeping with her husband. Please tell me what you're proud of, Fonnie. What are you proud of? You literally, I dare say that you lied about the woman having an affair. I don't know either way, but you brought that up, Fonnie. You do realize that. Nobody else brought that up. And then her ex-husband substantiated your story. The husband that you had been paying 2 times as much as you. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing to say, yeah, I probably shouldn't have did that. Yeah, I want the community to look at me differently. And I'm also going to talk tomorrow about what her antics have done to her own children, her own flesh and blood. Not me, not you, not Nathan, not Jocelyn, but what is done to her own children is not good. But she's not disappointed about any of this. She is big-chested, big proud of her behavior.
I guess my greatest crime is I had a relationship with a man, but that's not something that I find embarrassing in any way.
Y'all heard that. Y'all, come on. Y'all, I got backed it up. She just said her biggest crime was that she had a relationship with a man. But remember when she was at the church speech, she did the exact same thing. She kind of danced around like the biggest, steamy, stinkiest pile of truth. She just kind of missed something. She just didn't happen to mention that the man was married or that she was sleeping with this man, the rock star attorney that had never tried a felony case ever. She forgot about that part. Just a little small nuance. I just had a relationship with a man. No, a relationship with the cashier at Kroger is different than sleeping with somebody's husband, paying them twice as much as you because you hired them to prosecute a case. Please spare me the phoniness, Fonnie. And I was trying to be gracious here. But see, this is that foolishness that comes out of her. Let's go.
We're going to continue to do our work. I don't feel like my reputation needs to be reclaimed. Let's say it for the record. I'm not embarrassed by anything I've done. I guess my greatest crime is I had a relationship with a man, but that's not something that I find embarrassing in any way. And I know that I have not done anything that's illegal. And so I don't feel like my reputation needs to be reclaimed. And when I tell you the outpouring of women,
everything wrong doesn't have to be illegal. It can be wrong for you to yell at your child and go bombastic about it. I mean, just go in on him or her and just really berate them because they spilled milk or because they did something wrong. You could absolutely do something that's wrong and not illegal. Yelling at your kids is not illegal. Okay? But it's wrong to do it. And I think we all, especially if you're parents or you're responsible for little people, we can all agree, yeah, it's probably not the best thing to be yelling at my kid and coming out of the bag and just going bananas on them. So just because something is is legal, which, by the way, adultery in Georgia is still a crime. Just saying, I know, just saying that because, again, just saying that, but this is an immoral woman. And again, because I got a couple people in my comment section that have told me that I, as a Christian, should support Fonnie and support Nathan. And I'm going to tell you, go kick rocks. There are immoral people. And they've demonstrated their immorality on the grand scale, on the screen, and in front of everybody. No, I'm not going to support them. I don't have to. And I am within my Christian liberty to say that these people are wrong. As today is Monday, they are wrong. There we go. Let's finish this, Jason. Let's go.
And I'll tell you this, especially African American women who will just say, we are so proud. You are such a good representative of us. But I would be lying to say it's only African American women. I have had Caucasian women, Asian women, Indian women. I told Jeff one day, I didn't think I was the face of the feminist movement, but somehow I became it. And I think that women feel like women are treated differently when they're professionals, and they're proud to see someone that is strong and trying to do the right job. Certainly flawed, like every human being is flawed.
I got to stop real quick. I got to stop because she's going to say something else that I've talked to other Christian content creators, and she's getting to a place where she's starting to get on a lot of people's nerve because she's about to say something right here that is completely out of control. Fonnie Willis needs to stop citing the Bible as a book of quotations. Now, I have zero issue with you quoting Shakespeare. No problem if you want to quote Jay-Z lyric. If you find it really important and really beneficial to cite some lyrics from Prince, go ahead and do your thing. Fonnie Willis keeps quoting and referencing scripture when she herself doesn't live according to said scripture, as if it's just because you mention it that allows you to get a get out of jail free pass. That makes no sense. And I don't understand how people allow this to keep going. At the International Women's Day event, she literally implied that she is Queen Esther from the Old Testament. I don't understand. And she's about to do one right here that I'm like, yo, somebody call a timeout. We gotta get a flag on the play. We gotta get a flag on the play because it's just doing entirely too much. All right. Yeah, somebody asked, did the reporter touch her hair? Yeah, the reporter did. Like, she just moved it. There's a strand of hair in the way and the reporter moved it out of the way. I mean, it is. But let us continue. Hey, by the way, I got 119 of y'all that have liked the video. If you do like this kind of content, can you do your brother a favor and give me a couple of likes? Can I get to 125? That would be dope. Let's go.
My father has a saying, only one perfect man walked the face of the earth and they crucified him. I am not a perfect human being.
Is she trying to equate herself with Jesus? I'm going to back that up. I am yelling. I just heard my kid said I was yelling out of the kitchen. I am yelling. Is she equating herself with Jesus? Please tell me I'm going crazy. Okay, I might have to put on a different hat because maybe this hat's too tight. I don't know.
Feel like women are treated differently when they're professionals, and they're proud to see someone that is strong and trying to do the right job. Certainly flawed, like every human being is flawed. My father has a saying, only one perfect man walked the face of the earth and they crucified him. I am not a perfect human being, but what I am is a hardworking human being and a human being that loves the community I serve.
What was the purpose of her citing that there's only one perfect human and they crucified him? What was the purpose of that? What was the upshot? What was the benefit? What was the purpose of her doing that? And she also brings up her dad a lot. It's really weird to me. I don't know, but it just seems weird. I mean, I guess I would feel some kind of way if my daughters were always referring to me. So I guess that's a heartwarming kind of deal, I guess, endearing. I don't know. But why does she do that? Again, she does it a lot. She references scripture a lot as if it's the exact same thing as the instructions on how to wash out your Stanley Cup. It's kind of like it's a book of incantations to her. It means nothing because she doesn't live according to it. Tomorrow I'm going to get on a RICO charge. I'm going to get on a RICO charge tomorrow. I promise you, because I got some stuff to say about Fonnie, and it's only going to be about that comment, her comments and references to scripture. That's it. So tomorrow, live stream. That's all I'm talking about. I'm going to, it's going to be World War Wit up in here because I got some things I got to get off my chest about the evil wickedness of citing scripture, but you yourself not even trying to live according to said scriptures. Okay.
Who understands this seat does not belong to me. It belongs to the people. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to try to do the job in a way that's honorable.
Speaking of the recent case, did that too?
So here it comes. Here it comes. Remember earlier, she was not going to reference it at all. She was not going to talk about it whatsoever. Now look what happens.
Almost 2.5 month attempt to remove you from this case. Did that delay or derail your own case that you're working on against Trump in any way?
No, my team's been continuing to work. And I think the media, and especially organizations like your own, have been paying attention. All while that was going on, we were writing responsive briefs. We were still doing the case in the way that it needed to be done. I don't feel like we've been slowed down at all. I do think that there are efforts to slow down this train, but the train is coming.
So does that sound like a woman that will take the L if she loses, when she loses to Trump? But again, the case isn't going to see the light of day. But do you think this woman sounds like she would accept that and be like, okay, the wheels of justice went in a direction that I did not approve of, but it is what it is. All right, let's go. No, angel wings. It's not just take scripture out of context. Excuse me. It's not just take scripture out of context. Like, this is an abuse of the scriptures. Like, literally, you're not even trying. But I'm going to let it go. Let's go.
Have a date in mind, the next trial date. Is that even being set, or is that still up in the air?
So you may recall in the Trump, in the 19 co-defendant case, we asked for an August trial.
Remember that? Remember when Judge McAfee said, don't be talking about the case. Now she's literally just saying his name. This is on the same day. This is the same day. This was Saturday. So earlier she was like, I ain't going to talk about it. Now she done got real loose. I don't know if because of the music playing in the background. I don't know what happened, but now it's like, whatever. I'm just going to talk about it. She's just getting free.
We have not been granted that trial date. We may ask for that date again, but we're realistic. We still have demurs and other motions that have not been responded to. And so those motions will have to be resolved. And once those motions are resolved, we would like to push through trial. But we do understand a case has to go through the steps and go through the process. I'm also realistic that one of the defendants has multiple cases going on, and some of them have trial dates that are ahead of ours. And so I'm always going to be respectful of sister jurisdictions, but we plan to just continue to do our work.
And any possibility of coming up with any other plea deals with Trump or any of the other 14 co-defendants?
Well, in not that case, but in any case, a plea is always possible up and through trial. Even once cases have started, people...
She went from talking about the community and giving what could have been just real quickly, no comment. Now she just going full on talking. She done got real free. She done got real loose. Let's go.
We'll enter into plea negotiations. And so if defendants come to us and they decide that they want to resolve their case, I'm always open-minded and reasonable, and we will listen to those explanations, and I'll have conversations with people that are interested. Now those conversations will be with me and not Mr. Wade. I hope that was good.
Why does she have to bring Nate in here? Why does she bring him in here? There's a lot of conversation about whether or not they're still involved in a relationship. Why does she have to bring Nate in here? Or why? What was the purpose of bringing Nate's name in here?
Everyone.
Last question. Do you have any reaction to the possibility of an appeal on this latest decision by Judge McAfee, with Trump and his co-defendants seeking an appeal?
And I know this gets very technical for lay people. There are some appeals that are called direct appeals, and those appeals are automatic. If a judge should end a charge or end something, suppress evidence, a lot of times those appeals are direct appeals. There are other appeals where you have to ask for a certificate of immediate review, and so that's what this one was, where you have to ask the judge, can we even appeal? And so Scott McAfee decided that this was appropriate to allow them to appeal. He sits in that position, so I won't speak on whether I think that was wise or not, but he certainly allowed them to do that. We'll wait and see, because it is not a direct appeal, which is why this is important. It is not necessary that the Court of Appeals will even take it. A lot of certificates for immediate review, the Court of Appeals will decide, we're not going to take this, there's nothing novel about this. And so the first step is really to wait to see if the Court of Appeals will even hear the issue at all. And so that's the stance that we're in. But the great news is that doesn't slow anything down, because while that's going on, all those motions I discussed, they'll still be being heard, they'll still be being resolved, we'll still be working.
And last question, how would you like the media and the public to handle all of these cases going, not all of these cases, but this case going forward? What would you like the attention to be on now, moving?
Okay, just real quick, because this is about to end. And just again, notice she was told not to talk about the case. And when Judge McAfee said, don't talk about the case, he referenced back to the infamous church speech. And now, not only is she talking about the case, she's mentioning people's names directly. At least in the church speech, she didn't say people's names. She literally said Trump. I don't know if that's why that guy came by and kind of put his arm around her and kind of, I don't know, but she literally said Trump. And it is wild that this is going on. And again, however she feels about it can be what it is, but no comment is the right thing that she should have said. Just like right now, the right thing is to say, hey, y'all, I got 168 likes. Can I get a couple more to hit 175? That would be dope. Thanks so much. Let's go.
I've always wanted the attention to be on the same thing. First of all, not necessarily on this case, but on the great work of my office. It gets lost. My office has a 95% conviction rate, 95%, and I don't fudge the numbers. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears of a lot of dedicated professionals, both law enforcement officers as well as attorneys. That's been a lot of sexual predators that'll never see the light of day. That's a lot of murderers that will never see the light of day. But we're also doing amazing programming in the school where we're touching children and making sure that they're not in gangs. I really think that's where the focus should be on. In this case, like in every case, we will handle things in a way that we believe is reasonable, in a way that is lawful. I think what the media should focus on this case and everything, are the charges, the facts, and the law. And leave all the drama behind. I'm 52 years old. It really ain't that interesting if I'm in a relationship or not. It just ain't. It's not cool to anybody, and it ain't that sensational of a story. So
why does she have to bring that up? Again, like, she's making it something that it doesn't need to be. She didn't have to bring up her relationship with Nathan Wade. She didn't have to do that. She chose to do that. Again, Fonnie Willis, somebody said it. I can't find it right now. Somebody said Fonnie Willis's mouth is her own worst enemy. Here it is right here. Like, she just won't stop talking. She doesn't need to be saying any of the stuff that she's saying. She can go back to focusing on the community. She can say, no comment. These kids are having a great Easter egg hunt. No comment. We just gave out school bags and haircuts. No comment. We're providing support for parents and the community. That's what she could be doing. But no, she just keeps talking.
Let's focus on the case and the law and the facts. I'm just happy you all are here today. I really do hope that you capture all of these beautiful children enjoying their Sunday. And that wasn't done just by the district attorney. My office donated over 20,000 pieces of candy. These great men and women who serve and wave have donated eggs. They're donating their time just to make sure that our children have a safe space to be children.
That was the longest should not have happened interview. Again, when you think about the fact that Judge McAfee said, don't say another word, be quiet. Or as my mama would have said, you are on borrowed time. If she is not under gag order by the end of the week, I would be surprised. I would be shocked, but maybe I shouldn't be shocked. Maybe let me back that up. I'm expecting her to be on gag order, because why did you have to say that? She done brought up every key element of that case, from the multiple defendants to Trump to Nathan Wade to so on and so forth. She brought up all those key elements that, again, did not need to be brought up. They didn't need to be brought up at all. And I don't understand it. So again, that's why I labeled this live stream, just be quiet. If she was quiet, I don't think she would have this problem. Well, if she was quiet in other ways, she probably wouldn't have other problems either. But that's beside the point. Not the point for the show today, but rather, like, she's creating her own issues. And I promise you, when Sadal hits them with that gag order, they're going to refer back to this Easter speech. They're going to call it the Easter speech. So now she had the church speech, and now she got the Easter egg speech or Easter hunt speech. I don't know, but it boggles the mind. Why won't you stop talking? Why will you not stop talking? And I have a theory about why she won't stop talking. Here it is. This is my theory. Fonnie Willis already knows that this case is not going to happen. She knows it. She knows this case has no legs. It has no ability. It's not going to go see the light of day, period. And if it ever could, it would be in like 2026 at best. She knows that. So she goes out and she's trying to get put on a gag order so that she can say, well, because I'm under gag order, that's why this case can't move forward, or why this case was unsuccessful, because I am under gag order. So rather than just being quiet, rather than saying no comment, no comment, no comment, I really believe she is trying to set up a situation where she is put on gag order. And again, let's go with the optics. A black woman being put on gag order by a white judge, white defense team, whatever. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I really believe that's what she's shooting for, because she knows the case doesn't have legs. Because the case doesn't have legs, the best thing she could do is go for a court of public opinion jury. And a court of public opinion, we don't know all this ins and outs. We're learning this as well. I don't know how a gag order works. We're all going to be learning when she gets hit with it. We're all going to know how it works, because we're all trying to learn. And I think I really truly believe that's what she's shooting for. I think she's shooting for a gag order so that when it fails and falls apart, she can say, oh, that's the reason why, because I was under gag. Or that's the reason why, because they made me be quiet and they wouldn't allow me to speak my truth and say what I wanted to say. Okay. Sybil, thank you so much, Sybil. I really do appreciate you, Sybil, for coming through and being a voice counter to what I'm saying. Sybil, I'm going to ask you to do me a very sincere favor. Please stop using your keyboard. Just talk to your screen. Don't type anything else. Just talk. Just go and say those things that you want to say, and don't ask Alexa to type it, please. Just don't say anything, because the things that you're saying are demonstrably not right. You're saying things that are not true. And you've been sending me comments and stuff like that. And I'm trying to be gracious to you. And I think most people realize I try my best to be as gracious as I can with people that disagree with me. I'm going to ask you to please stop, because you're saying things that are making me want to say harsh words to you, because the things you're saying are ignorant and they're biblically deficient. So please don't come. You're welcome to go to a pro Fannie channel and just be pro Fannie, man. Y'all go over there and just love on Fannie and all your big sister and all that kind of stuff like that, because I'm not interested in it over here. I really want to be kind to you. I want you to check it out and see what we're talking about and all that kind of stuff like that, but it's not going to go anywhere different. Fannie is an immoral woman. My moral woman just literally pulled up in the garage, and I'm going to celebrate my moral woman. There is no way in hell I'm going to support an immoral woman like Fannie. So please stop it, Sybil. Shout out to you, Angel Wings. Thank you so much for supporting Dear World Christian and the RICO Defense Fund. I appreciate you for the super sticker. I always appreciate you, Lacy. Thank you so much for the super sticker as well. I don't know why I did. I wish they would allow it to show me what it said, but thank you so much for the supers. It means a lot. Thank you so much for supporting the channel like that. It means tons. Thank you so much. See if I missed any other really good comments, man. Yeah, I think I really believe she's aiming for a gag order so that she can be put on gag. And again, oh my gosh, how did I forget to tell y'all? Okay, Dear World Christian might very well have I gotta wait till we clock in till I know for a fact either I have a guest coming to the studio, an in-studio guest, or it'll be on camera guest to answer your questions. So I asked this person, I said, yo, I would love for you to come on the channel. We've all kind of gone over the different topics and such like that, but my hands are sweating because if I can have this gentleman, he said he's ready. He would love to come on. He was going to come on tonight, but he has an interview tonight. Don't be going on the news channels looking to see who it was. But he is ready to come on. And I said, all I want you to do is just answer people's questions. I have 1,000 questions. I know y'all probably got 99 as well. And I'm hoping that he'll be able to come on and just answer some questions about the whole process from, the jury selection to what happens if she is put on gag order. Please let her be put on gag order because that will help. Oh, that'll be such a great conversation. The appeals process. I'm really excited about it. So just hold tight. I will make sure. No, at the current moment, she's not under gag order. No. Judge McAfee threatened in the decision that would possibly be the case. But now I really, like I tell y'all, if she makes it through the week, if she gets a Good Friday without being on gag, I will be totally surprised. I will have no words if she is not on gag order by Friday. I'm sorry. I just can't believe it because I know Sadow's got to be writing it up right now. He's got to be. So yeah, to answer that question, there you go. Good to see you, Violet. Thank you so much. Violet is in the building, another great content creator. Good to see you, sister. Violet, if you could, moderators, could y'all please drop Violet's link in the chat? I'd love for people to go check out what she's doing over there. I know she's been making lots of good content, and I'd love for her to get some shine. So y'all check out what she's doing over there. Tell her Dear Will Christian sent you and such like that. Bombard her with some love and all that kind of good jazz. I love it. Thank y'all. As soon as I have it in the bag, like we talked on the phone today, he said, absolutely, I'd love to come on your show. So as soon as we have it, you'll see the thumbnail. All right. What we got? Let's see if I got anything good. Okay. I like that approach, Lacy. Okay. I got you. Lacy Ann says, I bet Sadow lets her go through Easter Sunday because there'll be a speech. You know what? I can kind of agree. In my mind, she said enough right here in this segment. No more wood is needed for this bonfire. This bonfire is flaming. So, but I can see that. I can totally see that. I kind of wonder, like, who are her handlers? Who is it that, that supports you, your staff, your chief of staff, whatever like that? Why don't they tell you to stop talking? That was amazing to me. Like, yo, stop talking. All right, let's see what we got. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do something really different. I've never done this before. I'm going to real quick. I hear somebody calling my name. So I'm going to very quickly, if you all don't mind, I'm going to mute the camera real quick and I'll be right back. All right. Whoo. Grace and peace. Thank y'all so much. I apologize for that. Thank you for being patient with me. All right. What we got? What we got? Her handlers are scared of her. I mean, she needs some people that'll tell her the truth, though, for real. Because she's just saying stuff. She's putting herself and her case in jeopardy. For what reason? For why? Like, why not just not say anything? They are afraid to say anything to her. Post-it note, Willis. Poor Abate. He's still working. He still works for them. So he didn't get the "you're fired" post-it, but I got your point. Dear Will Christian, can you do an episode or give us a little perspective on what the Black Panthers was all about? Have I done anything on the Black Panthers? I've not done anything on the Black Panthers. That's interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna answer your question, Sean Cushman. Yes. I might not do it on this channel though. I might do it with somebody else who's more informed, AKA like a Chad Jackson or Rick Caldwell. But I will. I just can't promise you when. But if you shoot me an email, remind me, I will make sure we get you something, or at least give you, I can give you a perspective after I've had a chance to kind of look at it a little bit more. I don't like to shoot from the hip, so I want to make sure I give you a good response. All right, what we got? Thank you so much, man. Great question. He is on the YSL case. Yep, I saw him. Was it yesterday? Let me see. Today's Monday. I watched a segment today. I'm assuming it was from probably last week or something. But yeah, I saw Abate. Yeah, that was wild. All right. All right, what we got? And that's my email, dearwokec@gmail.com. That's also where you can email management. If you have a question, comment, or you're mad because I told you to stop typing, you can email management and we will absolutely not do a thing about it. All right. Thanks so much. Yo, that is out of control. I work for somebody, Deborah said. I work for somebody with a very similar personality as Fonnie. And she was scary. She ended up getting fired for becoming violent. Yikes. I can totally see she's probably a gem to work with. And I'm saying that in the most tongue-in-cheek way possible. I'm sure she's probably something interesting to work with because of what we saw. And you showed and demonstrated a lot there, Lady Willis. You showed us a lot from your antics and your behavior. You showed us a lot. Oh, yes. The YSL case is nowhere near finished. They're talking about 2027. Angel Wings, we watched the video yesterday where they're talking about it potentially going to 2027. So they got jurors tapping out. They got attorneys tapping out. Like, yo, I can't do this. I got stuff to do. We were literally finding out how much they pay. They pay $25 a day, not by the hour, but by the day. And so, no, this thing is not even close to being finished. No. All right, let us see. It looks like some good family reunion, good conversation going on. And the jurors are getting $25 a day. Or is it more? No, that's about it. From my understanding, it's $25 a day. And I mean, other states, and I've heard as much as $50 a day. But again, we're not talking about, this is a side hustle. Like I'm a professional juror or something like that. That would be so scary to think that you're on a jury and you've been on there for at least 1.5 years now. So this is 2024. So they've been on there since almost 1 year and 2 or 3 months already. And so you got that. And they're talking about like, it's going to probably go into 2027. They said. That's crazy. Yeah. A couple of lawyers went to jail. 3 lawyers went to jail. I think a bailiff. I was literally going to find the video there's a video, like 10 crazy things that have happened in the YSL case. And it's wild. It's wild. And God's Fancy Girl brings up something here. 95% conviction rate. No number fudging, Fonnie. But what's the purpose of her citing that? If you notice, she cites that a lot. She cites that a whole lot. In my opinion, that is skewing any possible jurors. by her saying, I have a 95% success rate, which tacitly in my mind is saying, I'm going to be successful in this as well. Not that I'm going to bring justice, not that this person got their day in court and it went whichever way it went. 5% of the people do in fact get their day in court and we're not successful in prosecuting them or whatever, or jailing them. No, I got 95% success rate. That's in my mind is literally skewing the audience and your juror. I live in Gotham. I've heard crazier things. All right, what we got? Yeah, I think it's possible she has a pep squad. Just your average human. I mean, just your average man. I can see that. Yeah, absolutely. Founding her office is doing great things to ensure children aren't in gangs. Okay, no problem there. Yet her office spent grant money on swag that was allocated to young gang prevention. Yikes. Ooh. That hurt. Yeah, that was messed up. Yeah, and she fudges her vacation receipts. I wonder if she said she has nothing that she's not proud of, would she be okay if somebody in her office did what she did and didn't turn in a receipt, but just said, hey, would she be okay with others that are block billing? Would she be okay with that? I'm just wondering. I'm only wondering. I wouldn't be a good juror, but I could make a decent defense attorney. Really? Okay. I used to think that until I got into the deep malaise of this. I'm like, I don't think I would do a good job at it. I wouldn't be able to do it without training. Let me say it like that. So I wouldn't, before I was like, oh yeah, I could be an attorney. Oh, I could just argue. No, now I understand what I don't know. All right. Isn't he one of the people in this motion? Wait, which one? Okay, I see there's a lot of little side conversations. Success rate going in front of a grand jury. I mean, I don't know where that 95% came from. To me, I don't think it's meaningful because, again, how many of those cases were turned over on appeal? How many of those people went to appeal and found out that they got thrown out? Anything like that. So just because you got a conviction doesn't mean that the person is in jail. Sure, there might be some people, sure, you probably have successful rate getting really violent, good for nothings, put in jail. No problem there. But I don't know if that's a good number, and I wouldn't be touting it and big chesting it like she is, but she does. Yeah, that whole thing with her daughters. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. It's pretty sad to hear. But again, it's because of her. That's the thing. There's no responsibility. There's no taking accountability for her own actions. It's all, everybody else is mean and terrible because they're the ones that have brought this up. No, ma'am, you're the one that did it. Where's your accountability for that? That's the part that I think is lost in the malaise, is that, ma'am, you did this. You did this yourself. Nobody made you do that. Nobody made you hire Nathan. Nobody made you do those things. You chose to do it. You are wrong. Accept it, eat it, and move on. But no, she's not going to do it. She's just going to keep talking. Yeah, she was watching other people testify. Talking about they yell down the hallway that he's done. Okay. And if that's what you want me to believe, sure. Okay, no problem. I didn't believe it, but I mean, okay, fine, Fonnie. No problem. It's not like, and personally, I do think that was illegal for her to threaten Jocelyn Wade like that with legal prosecution for wanting to know more about Nathan's employment. I do think that, I can't prove it. I'm just saying, like, it just seemed like that would have been an illegal move, in my opinion. But for her to be like, oh no, I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing illegal. And I think even in saying that, what you did was wrong. Oh yeah, absolutely. Trust me, I have not graduated from pre-K law school at all. No, I'm still a pre-K law student. I know nothing, absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, my guest, hopefully, that I'll be having this week or next week, thought that was hilarious that I call myself a pre-K law student. Fannie's a textbook definition of a malignant narcissist personality disorder. Symptoms on full display for the world to see. Hey, I know nothing. I'm definitely a pre-K psychiatrist, but I can definitely see that there's a lot of behaviors that she would be well served, because you don't see Nathan. I've not seen Nathan do an interview, but we just continually see Fonnie in front of a crowd talking. And I don't know if she gets the goose and then she gets loose. I don't know, but it does seem problematic that she keeps doing this and does not lay low, get out of in front of a camera, or no comment, at least no comment. If she had no commented that, I think nobody would have a conversation. But nope. And they know it. That's the thing that's like weird. Like, again, those are two different interviewers, two different ones. So at the earlier part of the day, like, oh, I can't talk about that, but I'll talk about this part of it. And then I'll talk about the next, she's just gone loose. And then the last one, she's just outright just talking about it, using names and scenarios and all that kind of stuff. Talking about Wade, talking about how many defendants there are. Okay. All right. I mean, if you're proud of that, I mean, go forth. And this is a good point. Gross 59 says, percentile conviction rate should have no meaning if your sole purpose was to see equal justice served. And that's what many people have been bringing up when she's bringing up her success rate. Like, did those people get, like, what did you do? And we already saw that you'll lie on the stand. We already saw that you'll fudge the numbers. We already saw that you won't be honest and transparent. So what did you do in order to get that 95% conviction rate? Assuming it's everybody's still in jail. Everybody that was convicted, all 95% that were convicted are in jail and for whatever, or went to jail for their crime. What did you have to do for that in order to get that? Did they get equal justice? Did they get the right justice? Just wondering. She obstructed justice twice. She tampered with a witness, a potential witness. There's a lot of things she did. I mean, and she was big proud of herself too, by the way. I mean, which is, again, pretty interesting. Thank you so much, Angel Wings. Shout out to everyone who hit that like button. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all. I'm glad that you all are finding value in this, and it's a good time to have good conversations with you all. So I appreciate it. And thank you so much to the moderators, because you all really rock. I thank y'all for that. Eric, grace and peace, brother. Hope you're feeling well. We're looking forward to seeing you sooner than later. Take care, brother. All right. What is he? All right. Yeah, she's going to supply that. I think that there might be some room there. Like she enjoys getting this kind of feedback again. That feedback from these quote unquote women that support her, the women at the International Women's Day event. And then of course, anytime she jumps in front of a camera, yeah, I can see it. I can totally see it. And this also helps her in her campaign, because it's putting her face out there instead of her challengers, because I don't see her challengers. And I think that's part of the ploy, if you will. The play is to keep her in front of the camera. Now, granted, I think it would be better if she was in front of the camera and saying no comment, or not in front of the camera at all. But I think I know why she's doing that. All right, what we got here? Good to see you, Susie. Grace and peace. Good to see you, sister. All right. Always some good commentary in there. Good conversation going back and forth. All right. I love it. Let's do this. Tomorrow I plan on doing a Bible study on why I, as a Christian, do not support Fonnie Willis. And on Wednesday or Thursday, depends how I feel. Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to talk about why I, as a black man, do not support Nathan Wade. And why and I think most of you already know where I'm going with this. But I plan on giving a full refutation to the shenanigans and the hijinks that we see with Fonnie, as well as with Nathan, and talk about them from a biblical perspective as a Christian, why I don't support their foolishness. And they don't represent me. I know Fonnie doesn't reflect my wife and my daughters. Nathan doesn't reflect me or any of my friends. So Anyone think Nathan, I guess you're saying Wade, would write a book? I don't know what it would be about though. I'm not trying to even be funny. I don't know what he would write about. Like, would anybody actually want to read his thoughts on a topic that was so, I mean, I can't imagine him actually being honest and transparent. Like, look, I didn't deserve this role. I got this because I was bumping uglies with the DA. I don't think he'll be honest like that. It'll probably be some kind of shell game. I can't imagine he would be talking about anything that anyone would actually want to read. That's my opinion. Oh, Gross 59, causing trouble. What do you make of so many pastors openly supporting Fonnie? And do you think she will be making another speech at Bethel Temple again this weekend? Okay, I'll answer the second part of your question. I want to say no. I want to say no, but I just watched her do it. So I'm like, I'm going to say no. I don't think she's going to do any speeches or whatnot. But, we got Good Friday. We got Saturday. And, of course, we got Sunday. There are going to be Easter egg hunts. There are going to be brunches. There are going to be all that kind of stuff like that. I'm going to say no. She will not do any more speeches. I'm going to let me say it like this. I'm going to say no, but I will not be surprised if she does. There. Now, why do so many pastors support her? Easily. It's very simple. It's optics. It's optics. That's why you don't see them supporting Nathan Wade. That's why you don't see them supporting Judge McAfee, because they are men and this is a woman. And because she's a woman, because she's a black woman, because she's a strong, independent black woman, then therefore you're safe in supporting her no matter what she does. It doesn't matter how immoral or immoral she is, because she has that trifecta of victimhood coins that she can trade on the victimhood market. She's a woman, she's black, and she's independent. She's strong. She's in the professional space, tearing down the patriarchy, so on and so forth. That's why so many men do that. So many pastors do that. It's a dereliction of duties. And I did a video on simping ain't easy, talking about simping for Fonnie isn't easy. And it's pretty clear that the only reason they do that is out of self-preservation. Like, oh, if we support Fonnie, we will continue to generate and receive support from their base, which is probably more women than men, because men are not doing that. Like, men see the problem there. But these pastors, again, faking the funk, a dereliction of duties. They're doing what they're not supposed to do. Thank you, Roy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Sowing some love. There we go. In the greatest live chat. Absolutely. This is the greatest live chat in the world, bar none. I need to get a greatest live chat in the world video put together, because y'all are the best. Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for supporting the RICO Defense Fund and keeping Fannie away from me. Okay, so this is a great question. And where was this? I heard this yesterday. Waiting on the bar to answer Mr. Kramer's complaint. The bar does not have to respond to you as the complainant, us as the people that want to know. They will just do what they're going to do. So sadly, there's not going to be a written response from the Georgia Bar Association on Mr. Kramer's complaint. It's going to be, if they agree, then they'll do something. It'll be hand out a censure, give a 30-day without pay, revoke their license, disbar them. But there won't be any buildup, from my understanding. It'll be a very simple cut and dry. If they believe, that's how I understand it. I can be wrong. However, from what I heard is that it's not going to be like something that they're going to submit for public consumption. It'll just be, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. That's how I understood it. Now, I can be wrong. I'm just saying that's what I understand. So, that was a question about Mr. Kramer's complaint to the Georgia Bar Association about Fonnie's behavior. Nate gonna write about PTSD. That's hilarious. Yes, thank you so much, Rambler Roy. I appreciate you. And all the super chats and super thanks. Thank y'all so much. Let me see what I missed. Did I miss anything? All right. I like this discernment files. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. While evil people and imposters will go on from bad to worse, deceiving and being deceived. That's a great commentary about where we are right now. And my desire is not to be deceived. My desire is not to be an imposter or wicked. Thank you so much. They're hirelings. They're fakes. They're phonies. I feel comfortable in saying that. No issue, no shadow of turning in that regard. All right. Lots of good family reunion going on. Man, y'all are the best. I love it, man. Nathan can write a book since he keeps everything in his head. Well, that's where the book would be. The book would be in his mind. It's in his mind. You send him the money and you're like, well, where's my book? It's in my head. That is hilarious. That's going to be the name of the book. It's in my head. That's it. That would be so ridiculous. I do not approve of anybody making a fake book cover of Nathan Wade's book called It's in My Head. I do not approve of you doing that. But you can shoot me an email if you do. dearwokesy@gmail.com. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, what are y'all making? Y'all forever making food. I love it though. Right, this is the thing. I don't know if there's going to be an expedient response. It could take a long time. I did hear that as well. Sorry. That it's not something that we're going to hear, and it's not going to be something that's quick, but it is what it is. Person says, we know things about Nathan we shouldn't, although she wouldn't mean to emasculate a man. That's hilarious and true. Oh, y'all making a rice dish. Y'all are wild. I love it. I love it. Man, thank y'all so much, man. Almost 300 likes. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs down. If you find value in what I'm doing, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like what I'm doing, hit that thumbs up button 3 times. It'll work. Trust me. Trust me. All right, let's see. I think we got them all. So Nathan Wade will share on a TED Talk. That is hilarious. I can't imagine it. I really can't. I would think that he would probably just lay low, especially since he's going to get eviscerated in divorce court. I would think he'd probably just kind of lay low and just pray that the smoke clears and people forget his name. That's what I would do if I was him. But I don't know. He doesn't seem like somebody that's trying to be in front of the camera because he seems to have not been able to find a camera. That would be my thought on him, but I know nothing about him. I just think that he probably would try to lay low. It seems like he's been laying low, and that he would probably not try to get in front of a camera and cause more trouble. But that's my observation. Again, I don't know anything. I'm a pre-K law student. What do we got here? I'm literally in a cabin in the woods. Okay. Well, appreciate you, DeWanda Johnson. Thank you so much. I'm glad y'all are finding value in what we're doing over here. I will say that again. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a refutation of why I, as a Christian man, do not support Fonnie Willis. And on Wednesday, I'm going to do a refutation on why I, as a Black Christian man, do not support Nathan Wade. It will be a Bible study. So I'm just letting you know that ahead of time because I plan on, I got some stuff I got to say about these people. And I want to get that out from a biblical response. And I think you all know where I am as it relates to just a cultural commentary, but I just want to give a biblical response why I don't support these people. And I think it's perfectly fine if you don't support these people. You're not under obligation to support them because they profess, because Fonnie misuses a Bible verse or equates herself to Queen Esther or whatever like that. You don't have to do that. So we'll be talking about that on tomorrow. All right, see some yellow rice. Y'all cooking Puerto Rican yellow rice. Y'all are doing the most over here. I love it. I can't imagine Fonnie and Wade's relationships like timid and Fonnie is so aggressive. Yikes. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Well, thank you so much, man. I think I already put up the thumbnail and the announcement for the video for tomorrow. I'll finish up my notes for the video for Wednesday, and then you'll know that those are up. Now, if something happens, for example, if something pops off today, if Judge McAfee comes out with a gag order tonight, we will be talking about it in the morning. We will be. I don't think that's going to happen because I kind of like the idea that he might drag them out through the week, let her just keep being reckless. And then of course, next week, I don't know. But I can just see it being problematic. Ugh, like I can't believe that she's getting away with that. But it is what it is, man. I do appreciate it. All right, what did I miss? Man, thank you so much, Angel Wings. Yeah, if you want to become a member, you can become a member of Dear Woke Christian here on YouTube, or you can become a member on Buy Me a Coffee. Both of those memberships do work, and I will be doing some private commentary there, so you can check those out either way. Thank you, Shar. Thank you so much for the super chat. There we go. The Dear Woke Christian Legal Defense Fund, the RICO Defense Fund is being funded. Thank y'all so very much. I'm glad y'all are enjoying our commentary. All right, here we go. This is a good question. So is it a First Amendment? I do believe that you have the right to talk about topics. You don't have the right to talk about topics before a jury has been selected, because everybody who saw that video is a potential juror in Fulton County, of course. They're a potential juror. So when you say things like you have a success rate of 95%, and you declare somebody guilty to such of that nature, it does skew the idea that they're going to get a fair and impartial trial. I don't think that that's the right thing to do. I don't think you have the right to, and if for you, Danger Russ, which by the way, I love the name, if you were on trial, I would want you to get a fair trial. And I think that the prosecutor should want justice to be served, not a conviction, because maybe justice is served and they don't find you guilty of any crime. But she's speaking emphatically like there is a crime. And if they have been found guilty, and this is just perfunctory, we're just going to get done and the train is moving. So to me, I don't think it's a First Amendment issue as much as it's give someone a fair and impartial trial type of issue. But I could be wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. If Fonnie goes on gag order, be prepared for your RICO charge. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I agree. That would be crazy. This is going to be crazy. The only saving grace I have is that I don't live in Fulton County. I live in Cobb County. And I feel comfortable that Cobb County would not extradite me to Fulton County. I feel comfortable with that. I could be wrong though. Grace and peace. Thank you so much, sister. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. What we got here? Thank you so much. Tawana, thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. It says, just the love of the game. Love your content. Thank you so much. I'm having a blast. And I like having this conversation because we're all learning together. So if I can bring people in or find an article or video that will help us all understand this, you know what? I think there's only good things that can come from it. So I will be looking at the YSL case. Oh my gosh, that thing is crazy. That one's going to be just for comedy. I'm sorry, because it's been going on so long and there's so much craziness that has happened in that case that, look, I think the best thing to do is to just go ahead and look at it and shake our heads. Like, what in the world is happening? Like, what in the world is happening here? My brother Willie Doc is in the building. Just got off work. What Fannie do this time? She's just talking, just being reckless. Out there reckless at the Easter egg hunt, just talking about stuff that she was not supposed to be talking about. She could have easily just said no comment and would have been fine as wine. But nope, she had that gray goose and the lips got loose. So there we go. See how I did that? So yeah, I think, but yeah, man, like, just stop talking, Fonnie. Just stop talking. You don't have to say anything. No comment. And that's it. Because that's what she's going to have to do now. When she gets put on gag order, she's going to have to say that. No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment. If it don't happen, I will be disappointed. I'll be surprised. But to me, I feel like Judge McAfee knew that this was coming, hence why he put that even in the motion, in his decision, you see him literally saying, if the defense wants to, they can file for a gag order, because and he referenced the church speech, the infamous church speech that everybody's referring to. So, I mean, if it happens, I will not be surprised. Sipping a Grey Goose and her lips got loose. She's begging for a gag order. I mean, I agree. Like, what else? Like, why else would you be talking so much and putting yourself in a position where it's indefensible? Like, there's no reason to, especially when she demonstrated at the beginning of the day, she knew that she shouldn't be talking about the case. But then 2 seconds later, literally 2 seconds later, she's talking about the case. Amazing. Amazing. All right. No, thank y'all so much, everybody. This is still by and far no shade thrown at all to any of the other live chats out there, but this is the best live chat, bar none. And I will fight anybody. I'll even go to Fulton County and fight people in Fulton County and risk, RICO charges. But this is the best live chat, hands down. I really do appreciate y'all. And I really want you to know that I thank you all for not only liking the comments and the content rather, but watching it and giving feedback, coming to the live chats. All that kind of stuff means so much. And you do that with other people as well. You do that with Violet and K-Dub and Standard of Truth and Caldwell Apologetics. You guys go there and support them. You support Independent Males content. You support Jarena, Follower of the Ways content, and it means a lot to them. So on behalf of them, I want to say thank you all, each and every one of you, even the people that thumbs down the video. I appreciate it. I'm glad you at least took the time to check it out and give me a thumbs down. Say, I don't like that guy. Okay, fine. I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll come back again, and hopefully I can win you over. I can make a good case. Tomorrow I will be making the case for why I, as a Christian, do not support Fonnie Willis. And on Wednesday, I'll do a video why I, as a Christian man, do not support Nathan Wade. Hands down, in the discussion. It's going to be a Bible study. I'm just going to let y'all know that ahead of time, because I got some stuff to get off my chest. And I'm sick of her quoting scripture out of line, sick of her using it as a book of quotations. So that's going to happen on tomorrow. But y'all, thank you so much. I really do mean it. It means a lot to me that you guys come hang out, that you guys chime in, that you're commenting and all that kind of stuff, and all the back and forth between you all and the friendships and the online friendships, the chat room friendships that have developed from here. It means a lot. So I really do appreciate it. I want you to know that. I thank y'all so much. And my goal, my intention is to go in and fix dinner or find out what's for dinner. I was cooking something in the oven. And so now I'm going to hear what the rest of the family's put together. But in the meantime, and in between time, thank y'all so much. I'm going to see you all real soon. And until then, everybody, thanks again. Grace and peace. Have a great night. Take care, everyone.